Cold temperatures this morning will return again tonight. Details on the deep freeze do-over are just ahead. But we're watching the cold front and the rain moving towards the state. And although not a lot of us will get rain, keep the heat for now. I don't want to see any snow or any ice anytime soon.
I'm not ready to pull out my sweaters.
Not anytime. Meteorologist Efren Afante. We apologize for interrupting programming, but right now we do have a tornado warning. It's bringing a lot of the cold air, but as it pushes off to the east, warmer air will start coming in from behind it. Convection, and a lot of clouds have been billowing up from the sea breeze convection. Details of what the weather's going to be like for the rain chances, I got that coming up in 6 minutes. Cloudy, 59 degrees. With the light winds and the moisture in place, we could be dealing with fog not only in the Jackson, Walthall County. So for you folks right now who are in the areas that are just to the east of Magnolia, I like to say this, in the lower to upper 40s, not the 30s. The warm weather continues into the next couple of days. Details of when rain chances will be returning and developed, but right now it's anticipated that she will stay just to the east of into the very late evening Tuesday, and then stretching all the way down into the Pine Belt throughout Wednesday. A cold front down. You can see the showers, they're very developed all the way out from New England now down into the middle Mississippi Valley. Acres shows as the stationary boundary continues on its track down in the Gulf, we're going to be looking at showers.
Here's Efren.
Isolated storms are possible in deep South Mississippi for today. Otherwise, we'll take a look at your better and warmer 8-day and your Storm Team 12 forecast when we return. See you in 2 minutes.
And now your Storm Team 12 weather forecast with meteorologist Efren Afante.
Well, welcome back. If you live anywhere along Interstate 20 and points north, you have had a gully washer of rain all throughout the afternoon into the evening. Over the last few hours, it's been on the downward side of finally calming down, but still a lot of showers and storms from the Jackson Metro all the way across to Meridian. Fortunately, along 55 from Pickens and West and Durant and everything to the west, a lot of clearing, a little bit of showers still in Hollandale moving towards Belzona. But however, the activity right now into Atala County, Leak, and all the way down to the south, still a ton of rain in the Jackson Metro. It just won't quit. Very heavy rainfall, no lightning really with any of these storms, but still very heavy rainfall and non-severe. And down to the south from Crystal Springs, Port Gibson, and all points south, the majority of our neighbors have had little, if any, rain, but still a few showers from just to the northeast of Butte into Brookhaven, heading towards Weston, and then just outside Port Gibson. But the overall trend is it is finally starting to calm down and push off to the east. It's moving at 50 miles an hour, but here in Jackson, you couldn't tell because right now, 59 degrees, a downpour still coming. The winds already shifted out of the north at 3 miles an hour, so the cold front, at least part of that front, is already starting to sag through the central part of the state. And look at these temperatures, 40 degrees in Rolling Fork, 44 in Yazoo City, 45 in Lexington. Then you go way down south, Macomb sitting at 63, even Tylertown at 64 warm degrees. Now, as that front starts to move its way through the state, associated with the 2 areas of low pressure, we'll have a lot of the rain move off. The downside of that is temperatures are going to start dropping. We're looking at overnight lows pretty much along the Trace Parkway and points west in the lower to mid 40s. And then as we head towards the Pine Belt, still in the lower 60s. And we're looking at winds to finally shift generally out the south to the north. And then by tomorrow morning, all of us will be having northerly winds. So still 100% chance of storms in the metro ending by about 4 o'clock. 47 is our low. Believe it or not, 49, that's it, folks. That's all we're going to get tomorrow for a high with a 20% chance of scattered showers throughout the afternoon. And then highs pretty much in the 50s with winds still coming out of the north, generally about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Now, as this moves out of the way, a very large area of high pressure with very cold Canadian air is going to jettison right into the deep south. And the downside is that with the rain that we're going to be having, our next weather maker, once all that clears out of here, we'll have scattered showers, maybe a little bit of thunderstorms as we go into the afternoon and evening on Sunday. But then as this moves out on Monday, we might have a little bit of precipitation that might be in the form of freezing rain and sleet as we get into the afternoon on Monday in the Delta and points south. Now, the models are getting a little generous, but I think that we still will have a lot of rain activity going into Tuesday. And unfortunately, Tuesday into Wednesday morning, well, we could be looking at even more precipitation on the side of freezing. So 30% chance to 20% for tomorrow. Only high of 49. If the precipitation sticks around overnight, Sunday night into Monday with 31 degrees for a low, we could be seeing some ice on the roadways and the overbridge, on the passes, as well as on the highways. Then it doesn't stop there. We may have even a little bit more precipitation on Monday night going into Tuesday. And if that's the case, 28 degrees for a low, more slick roads possible. And then we get a little of a break, but Friday might be a little cold. So we're watching it very carefully. But boy, these storms could have been a lot more severe, and we were lucky, but here comes cold once again.
Good thing, though, that the temperatures are going down, because if it stayed high or warm, we may be saying the T word right now, but we're not mentioning the T word, which is tornado, which is good.
And fortunately, we didn't have any severe thunderstorm warnings at all tonight.
Good.
Knock on glass.
All right, thanks, Efren. Well, still to come on